You think your daughter is sexually abused. You stated, I think my husband may be inappropriately touching her. Did you tell him?
No, because I didn't want him to know that I thought it was him.
You brought your child in, 4 months old, to the emergency room.
And they told me that it looked like she was sexually abused.
While bouncing her on his lap, your husband says to your daughter, "Your daddy's little lover." Did you abuse your daughter?
She's my only child, you know.
That's how you explain it?
Yeah.
You're sick. Katie's mother called the show.
Yeah.
She wants to confront you.
What you did to my grandchildren is despicable.
You need to learn your facts before you start saying mouth. Run, 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 run.
If I'm wrong, then you better damn well find out who did it. But I think that test is going to come back, and I think you are going to be a liar.
We have Brian's lie detector results. You were asked, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that welcome to the show. My first guest is Katie. Katie is 25 years old and you're 2 months pregnant. And before I talk to you, Katie, I'd like to read a medical report from your emergency room visit from last August of last year, 2008. And it says, you brought your child in, 4 months old, to the emergency room because you stated, I think my husband, baby's father, may be inappropriately touching her. Has had concerns for a while that the father seems to change her often, even when I have just done it. He was last to change her diapers last night and first to do so this morning. When you changed them, the diapers next, you noted that there was blood in her private area.
Right.
And this caused you enough concern that you went to the emergency room.
Right.
And I read this and I go, man, that's, and your daughter, 4 months old. 4 months. Then I read the next part and it sent shivers down my spine. She's also concerned that her husband said, while bouncing her on his lap, your daddy's little lover. Your daddy's little lover. I know I'm reading it. You heard it. What kind of father says something like that?
He said he didn't mean it that way, but didn't go further into detail. When I said, well, then what did you mean? He couldn't tell me anything else.
I mean, I wasn't there and I read it and it creeps me out. And you take your daughter to the hospital and she has blood in her private area? Yeah. Tell me about that.
I took her in and they told me that it looked like she was sexually abused. I had concerns a while before that. Every time I would leave them alone, he was changing a diaper. Even if I had just said, I just changed her, can you hold her for a second? When I came back into the room, he was changing another diaper. And would use the excuse, oh, she peed or pooped or made some excuse to do it. Although, anytime I'd ask, can you change a diaper, he would argue and say, that's disgusting, you know how I feel about that. And then when I said, fine, I'll just do it, he said, no, I'll do it, and argued with me and said he would do it anyways.
When you found the blood in your baby's diaper, did you tell him,
no.
Hey, look, if there's blood in her diaper, I'm taking our daughter to the hospital?
No.
Why didn't you tell him that?
Because I didn't want him to know that I thought it was him.
And you did think it was him?
At that time, yes, I did.
And like you said, you took him to the hospital, there was an investigation into this, and what did they find?
That it was an unknown perpetrator.
And who could possibly be the unknown perpetrator?
I don't know, because she's not left with very many people, because I still nurse her.
Was there anybody that could have seen the child between the time he changed the diaper the night before to the diaper the next morning?
No.
Nobody climbed in through a window and changed your baby's diaper?
No, she slept right next to us.
So nobody else?
Right.
So it's really not unknown if you use common sense, right?
Right. But because obviously neither one of us said, oh, yes, I did it, they couldn't prove who it was.
Do you still believe that he did this to your daughter?
I'm not really sure.
Brian, you're not the father of Katie's 6-year-old son, are you?
No.
Well, his father, Nate, is here. Let's hear what he has to say. Katie's mother called the show.
Yeah.
She wants to confront you. Let's bring her out.
But I think that test is going to come back, and I think you are going to be a liar.
You were asked, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that you also have an older son from somebody else?
Yes, I do.
And how old is your older son?
He's 6.
And do you suspect your husband of abusing him?
I don't know.
I'm told that your son's behavior has changed. He became withdrawn. He started wetting his bed,
He's
which are all signs.
he's always wet the bed. Just I would always wake him up.
Sounds like you're making excuses. I mean, honestly, it must be tough to, when I asked you, do you suspect that your husband is abusing your 6-year-old son? You say, I don't know. How hellish is that for any children living in the house when the mother can't say, no, my children aren't being abused? How bad is it for children living in a house where a mother has to say,
They're never left
you
alone
shrug
with him.
hey, when you shrug your shoulders and say, I don't know, you don't know what's going on in your own house. You don't know how your child is bleeding. You don't know if your older child is being abused. Well, you know, how does an adult woman not know what's going under her own roof? How does she not know? You say that there's nobody else around, that it's only the two of you. So if there's anything happening to your children, it's got to be you or your husband, right? Have you ever confronted your husband?
No. The children's services and the hospital.
Hold on a second. You're here today, why?
To find out the truth, whether
About what?
him touching my daughter.
And you have never confronted him about this?
Because children's services and the hospital advised me not to. Because I told them, when I was at the hospital, I told them that I was going to. And they both said, no, don't do it that way.
And how long ago was that?
7 months ago.
So
I've
7
since
months
then
ago,
told him that I thought it was him. But
did
I've
you
never
ever confront him saying, did you do this to our daughter? Did you ever ask him, did you do this?
No.
Why not?
Because he's an alcoholic and I...
Okay, you're an alcoholic, you get a pass for abusing children? Maybe that's another reason why. Okay, maybe you should not sleep on a couch. Maybe you should sleep on an alley on a couch in an alley. Did you call the show?
I think my mom did.
So you didn't.
Right.
Why didn't you call?
I don't know.
Do you know anything?
I know I want to find out the truth.
You know you want to find out the truth. And what steps have you taken to find out the truth?
Well,
I'll tell you what you didn't do. You're the one who didn't call the show, so you weren't that interested in coming on here and finding out the truth. You've never confronted your husband after all these concerns you've had. You've never asked him, never said, did you do this? You were concerned enough that you took your daughter to a hospital. You went to see a specialist. You're here today, but you didn't call, you didn't ask him, you didn't do anything.
I didn't ask him, but the people from Children's Services asked him and told me what he said. So I myself didn't ask him, but I know.
You're married to him, right?
Right.
You have children with him, right?
Right.
How come you are not asking him? I'll just tell you how I run my life. If a doctor said, don't go and confront that person, I'd say, no. As soon as I'm leaving his door, as soon as I go out, I'm confronting that person. Isn't it your duty to your 4-month-old child, isn't it duty to your 6-year-old son that you ask this man if he did this? Is it your duty as a mother to these children that you should do this?
Yes.
Okay. If you weren't pregnant, I would make you stand right now. How much do you drink?
20, 30 beers
And what?
and a bottle of Jack Daniels
What time frame?
all day probably.
All right, Katie, you were asked, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that So you say your husband's an alcoholic, and wouldn't you agree that when people are drunk, when they're drank too much and they're drunk, that people that are drunk do stupid things?
Yes, I would.
How often does he get drunk?
Not so much now, but then it was
Well,
constantly.
then when this was happening, how often?
Constantly.
Constantly. Every night?
Every other, maybe.
Every other night. And you didn't think, I better ask this guy, when you're drunk, did you do this?
But when he was drunk, he wasn't left with the kids.
He was just around them.
Right. I was always there.
I always
never,
love how people think that bad behavior is okay.
I'm not saying it's okay by any means.
What'd you do about it?
Actually, a couple times I called the cops and had them take him out of the house until he was sober.
As soon as he sobered up, you let him back in.
I am upset about it.
So you were so outraged about the alcoholism, and you're really outraged about what possibly could have done to your children, but somehow you still found time to sleep with them.
I don't even know how to answer that.
Is he violent with you?
No.
Is he violent with the children?
No.
No violent at all. And all that drunkenness, no violence at all.
He's verbally abusive.
He's verbally abusive. What does he call you?
Horrible names. He calls me a whore all the time.
He calls you a whore.
He tells he tells my son that he's not his dad and that he only has one child, and
Does he say anything else to him?
he tells my kids that I'm a whore.
He tells your children that you're a whore. Why does he say that you're a whore?
Because he's drunk and doesn't care.
He wasn't drunk. So now he's a drunk, possibly hurting your own children, and he calls you a whore. And you still sleep with him. Don't you deserve better than that? Don't your
Probably.
children deserve better than that?
Probably.
Now, I understand there's all different levels of violence, and sometimes you hear these stories up on the stage, you don't become immune to it, but you're just like, okay, you roll with the punches. And you say there's no violence, but isn't it true that one time he threw a full can of beer at you while you were holding your baby?
It wasn't at me. He threw it at the wall, and it got on us.
Anything that you'll do, you protect your children to the utmost limit?
I try. I don't ever leave them alone with him. Right.
Why? Because you don't trust them?
Because I don't know that I can.
Well, if you can't leave him, if you can't leave your children with your husband because you don't trust him, why the hell would you stay with this man?
If Children's Services weren't as involved as they are,
Do you really need some agency to come into your house to tell you how to protect your children? Do you need a doctor to advise you? Are you mentally incapable of making your own decisions?
no, but I went with what they said.
Why?
Because I was afraid they would take my children.
They'd be safer. Do you not feel you can get anybody else? Do you not feel that there's some man out there that wouldn't treat you better than this?
I probably do feel that way.
That there's no man out there that would treat you better than this?
Not so much that, but they would accept me for who I am and my children.
So because you have 3 children, no man can love you?
I don't know. I'm sure they probably could, just finding that's the issue.
So you'll let a man do all this to you just because you have children? What kind of role model, if what you say is true and everything he's done, what kind of role model is he to your children as a man, as a father?
When he's drunk, not much of one.
It doesn't sound like he's much of one, period. Drunk or not. Katie, what I want to do is I want to ask you to leave the stage. I'm going to bring you back out, but right now I want to talk to Brian.
Okay.
Let's bring out Katie's husband, Brian. How you doing, Brian?
Good. You?
Just had your wife on the show. She's talking, she comes out, and she's married to you, and she likes to defend you. But she also accuses you of doing some bad things. She says that you changed your daughter's diaper excessively, but you don't want to do it when your daughter actually needs to change. You do it when she does need to be changed. And one time she finds blood in the diaper and she takes, and the doctor says, might be some child abuse here, some physical abuse to a child. And there's only two people, and she's not doing it. Who could be doing it? If only you and there. Did you abuse your daughter?
No, I did not. I think that's totally wrong. That's disgusting. Anybody that could do that to a kid or think that.
So
wrong.
you didn't do it?
Absolutely not. That's wrong.
You're saying you did not abuse your daughter?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever abuse your wife's older son?
No.
Never did anything inappropriate with him?
No.
Do you tell your children, do you tell your son, your stepson, do you say your mother's a whore?
You know, I'm a drunk. I'm recovering from being an alcoholic.
I'm
I
not
drink
asking
all
you
the
that.
time.
I'm saying, do you tell a 6-year-old that his mother's a whore?
Probably when I'm drunk. I say a lot of stupid things when I'm drunk.
You're still not answering the question.
Yes. Yes.
And do you yourself call your wife a whore?
At times I have. Yes.
And why do you call her that?
Angry, drunk.
What you did to my grandchildren is despicable.
You need to learn your facts before you start saying at the mouth. Run, 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 run.
Just to be thorough, we tested everybody on stage. Nate, you were asked, did you ever touch your son in a sexual manner? You answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that How much do you drink?
20, 30 beers
And what?
and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
In what? What time frame?
All day, probably. Well, I can't say all day. In the afternoon, to late evening.
So cut the morning out. In the
Yep.
afternoon and evening, you're drinking 20, 30 beers and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yes.
So you would say, I would say that's a lot of booze in a short amount of time. I would say you get pretty drunk if you're drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels and drinking 20, 30 beers in an afternoon, evening, right?
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't you say that a lot of times when you're that drunk, you don't know what you're doing? Can't control yourself? Is it possible in one of these drunken stupors you were in that maybe you did something inappropriate with your daughter?
My Katie, for one, when I was drinking, never left the children alone. She always was there.
Well, she said you changed your diaper and you were the last one to change it, or first one to change it in the morning. There was blood, so there was obviously a chance for you to be alone.
Right.
How about the boy? Never in this drunken stupor ever do anything
No.
inappropriate with him?
No. I was
So
always
what-
either
what's-
passed out on the
what-
couch or on the floor. She's dragging me to
What
bed.
stops you?
It's disgusting. It's wrong.
So even in your drunken state,
I still know.
you can
yes.
differentiate between right and wrong. And that's what stops you from doing something wrong.
I know.
You what?
I know better.
You know
that's
better.
gross. Yeah.
Do you know
That's
better not
nasty.
to drink a bottle of Jack Daniels and 30 beers in the afternoon?
Yeah, I know I shouldn't.
But it doesn't
it's been
stop
about
you.
a week
It
now.
doesn't stop you from firing a beer at your wife's head, or it doesn't stop you from calling her bad names, right? The booze loosens the tongue, but when it comes to doing any of the other bad things, you're drunk enough, even drunk enough, you can say,
I
"Nah,
just
I'm not going to do it."
yeah, I'm on the couch most of the time. I
Your
get up,
wife
I'll
tells
probably
a
end up
story
falling
about
down.
you got your daughter on your lap and you're like, oh, you're daddy's little lover.
Meaning like, she's my only child, you know. Like,
You're daddy's little lover.
yeah.
Meaning you're my only child.
Well, meaning I love you, you know, you're my only kid. I can't-
That's how
I
you
don't know how to-
explain it?
Yeah.
You're sick. And how does it feel to be accused of molesting your own daughter?
I don't even know how to go say it. I'm so irritated, so hurt. Like, ripped right apart.
You ripped right apart. You took a lie detector test before the show?
Yes, I did.
You feel pretty good about
I
answering
feel very
truthfully?
confident.
Very confident?
Yes, I do.
And any reason why your wife would say that you did this?
To find, I don't know.
To what? You say you're irritated about this, that she accused you of this? Irritated.
Hurt, angry.
Hurt, angry? So your natural feelings are hurt and angry. But hurt and angry, but you didn't bother asking how it happened. Or did you know the truth already? Well, Robin, Katie's mother, called the show.
Yeah.
She wants to confront you. Let's bring her out.
I'm not a liar. You need to learn your facts before you start saying mouth. Run, 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 run.
You know what?
What?
I do know the
Oh,
facts.
you do? Yep.
I know.
What,
that
were you there at the
did-
doctor's? No, you were not.
Guess
Were you
what?
ever there?
Doesn't
No,
matter.
you
Were
were
you
not.
at the doctor's?
No.
No, you were not.
Right.
Wrong.
Oh, okay.
I am going to protect those kids,
Yep.
and she's going to have to deal with whatever she's going to deal with. But I am going to
right.
protect those
You do.
children.
Yep. Today the test will show that you're wrong, and then you can.
And you know what? If I'm wrong, great. Then you better damn well find out who did it. That's your job, not mine. I have supported you guys for a long time. Emotionally, financially, and everything.
This is very true.
You need to grow up. You know, you have got such a hold on Katie, and I don't know why she stays with you. She should not be with you.
I do. Like she told you before, you do. You control her life, and she finally realized that when Nate told her that too.
The only part that I control is to make sure those kids are safe, and being with you, it's not safe. And I don't care if you think it's for physical, if you think it's because you're drunk. But I think that test is going to come back, and I think you are going to be a liar. I faced Brian, and I looked Brian in the face, and I said, Brian, what you did to my grandchildren is despicable. And he just hung his head, his face turned red, he hung his head. Not once did he ever deny it.
And the results of your lie detector test is that all this is happening, you're concerned, she's concerned, he admits he's a drunk. How is she still getting pregnant by this guy then?
I said that to her.
I mean,
How could you let that man touch you if he actually did that without even any evidence? And all the evidence points to him.
how
All
do you
of it.
feel that your daughter's pregnant again?
I'm mad. I am angry that she would allow this without finding out the truth first.
What happened last Christmas?
Last Christmas, I went to their house. And Christmas is a very important time for me. And I went to their house and I faced Brian. And I looked Brian in the face and I said, Brian, I have to forgive you because I need to be able to see my children, my child and my grandchildren for Christmas. I have to forgive you because it's eating away at me. What you did to my grandchildren is despicable. And he just hung his head, his face turned red, he hung his head. Not once did he ever deny it.
I did deny him.
She's saying you
Not-
didn't.
Not there.
What
not
part?
when
What
she
you
said
said
that
part of the story was true. What part is true?
Right. That she did say that, and she was there.
What part wasn't true?
That I didn't deny it, which I did. I said that.
You didn't say anything.
Yes, I
you said
did.
nothing.
I did say that.
You wouldn't happen to
You
be
hung your head.
Brian. You wouldn't happen to have been drunk at the time, were you?
No.
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 Let's bring your daughter back out. Let's bring Katie back out.
It's time to make the choice. It's time to make the choice. It's not right. You let it go on too long. Those are your children. They're your kids. It's time.
I don't know what it is.
I know. See, she's manipulative. She's been like that. What, 5 years now?
Okay, so what? A mother's trying to influence her daughter's life? Oh, so terrible. Brian, you're not the father of Katie's 6-year-old son, are you?
No.
Well, his father, Nate, is here. Let's hear what he has to say. Now, Nate, you're the father of Katie's 6-year-old son.
Yes,
And do you believe that your son has been abused by Brian?
I do. I was at a friend's house and my son had said to another little boy that something to the effect of take him out into the back room and have sex with them.
And your boy's 6 years old, and that must have
He
came.
shouldn't know anything about sex.
Did you ask him why he said that?
I had his mother ask him.
Did Katie ask?
Yes, I
Or
did.
what did the child say?
He didn't answer me.
Wouldn't that be a little cause of concern for you?
It is.
How far pregnant are you?
About 2 months.
About 2 months. So 2 months ago, you certainly wanted to be with him. Just to be thorough, we tested everybody on stage, just so make sure everybody's been asked questions. Nate, you were asked, did you coach your son to say that Brian touched him in a sexual manner? You answered no. You were asked, did you ever touch your son in a sexual manner? You answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that Nate has told the truth. We got grandmas. Grandma, you were asked, did you ever shoot heroin in 1972?
I would have said no.
She said no. Bzzz. No, just kidding. You were asked, I just like the grandma results. You know what, they're going to come back. Did Katie tell you that she heard Brian? Did Katie tell you that she heard Brian tell her grandson not to tell anyone what happens in their house? You answered yes. Did you ever touch either of your grandchildren in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you coach your grandson to say that Brian touched him in a sexual manner? You answered no. And the results of Grandma's lie detector results is she told the truth. Now we're going to get to the interesting ones. All right, Katie, you were asked, did you ever witness Brian touching your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. Besides your suspicions, did you know that Brian was touching your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. Do you know that Brian ever touched your son in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you ever touch your son in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that you have told the truth. We have Brian's lie detector results. You were asked, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results of your lie detector test is that you say you waited a long time to find out the truth. You didn't know how to go about finding out the truth. And now you're here because your mother called, and we have Brian's lie detector results. Do you really want me to read these?
Yes, I do.
Wouldn't you just like these, no matter what's in here, because I don't know what's in here yet, but wouldn't you just rather have him go away and just be with Brian? Because you want to be with Brian, don't you? No, Mom. She's a grown woman now. She's going to be the mother of 3 children.
I know she is.
I know you want to be there to support your daughter and everything else, but sometimes
she's also being
you got to
coerced.
let the wings, she got to fly out of the nest. I'm just asking you. You do want to be with Brian, don't you?
I think I do.
So wouldn't you say, I'm just going to be with Brian. I don't
No.
want to know. You want to know the truth.
I want to know the truth.
Okay. Brian was asked, did you ever make your stepson touch you in a sexual manner? You answered no. And the result to that answer is he told the truth. So Brian's capable of telling the truth. But then the test went on. You were asked, did you ever touch your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you ever knowingly touch your daughter's private area with force, causing her to bleed? You answered no. Did you ever touch your stepson in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results of those questions on the lie detector test is that Brian did not tell the truth.
Just give me 5 minutes.
No. You look confused.
Yeah. Extremely.
Extremely. Confused, extremely. Drunk, extremely. Doing something you shouldn't be doing, extreme. What are you confused about, Brian?
I told the truth. I didn't
told
do
the
anything.
truth?
Yes.
How were you able to answer some questions truthfully and some not?
What wasn't true?
Do you want me to read them again?
Does it tell you individually?
Yes.
Yes. Can you?
Did you touch your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no, right?
That was true, wasn't it?
No. You did not tell the truth on that question.
I didn't.
Did you ever knowingly touch your daughter's private area with force, causing her to bleed? You answered no. That you didn't tell the truth to, Brian. Did you ever touch your stepson in a sexual manner? You answered no. On that question, you did not tell the truth.
That's.
That what? Yeah.
Yes, it really is.
No, the
I want
only,
to take another one.
the only standing right in front of me.
Anybody till now. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Don't ever let me get within 500 feet of you, because I'll kill you.
No.
He's gonna get his. He'll get his.
No.
He will.
Do you have anything that you want to say to the woman that's pregnant by
Yes.
you?
That's not true.
First of all,
Can you have him leave, please? Or not, well, not
first
leave,
of all,
I don't want to.
you know what? Why don't
Yes.
you just shut your mouth right now?
Sorry.
Mom, I know you want to be supportive, but you know what? She needs to make decisions. I want her
I
to
don't have anything to say to him.
You're pregnant
I
by
want
him
to take
right
a new
now.
one.
You want to take another one? Why?
Yes, because that's not true.
Oh, that
I
one
know
isn't
it's
true.
I know.
How
I
did
didn't do anything.
How on the one question you were able to pass, but the rest you can't?
I
How
know
is
I
that?
didn't do anything.
You know you didn't do
Yes.
anything. Why? Because you were unconscious? You were too drunk? What?
She always had the children when I was
She
drinking.
always had the children. No, she didn't always have the children.
No,
you were
because
living
once
in a
upon
house.
time I trusted you.
Why are you talking to me? I'm not living with you. I'm not your wife.
I
didn't
don't
do any-
believe you.
Why? Well, again, you keep looking at me.
Sorry. How?
That's your daughter.
Obviously, I know this. That's disgusting.
Obviously, you didn't think so at the time, did
Yes,
you?
I did. I still do.
Oh, at the time you thought it was
No.
disgusting. At the time you thought it was disgusting. How do we protect this child?
He won't. I will.
She always had the kids while you were drunk, right? Maybe you did it while you were sober.
No.
Maybe you were clear thinking. Can't even use the excuse of being drunk.
I wouldn't.
What? You wouldn't lie about it?
Why?
Why? Why does anybody lie about doing sick things? You know what? What's a shame here is that we didn't take actions. Sometimes you can't overlook things, and as a mother, you protect your children no matter what. And sometimes, if you start questioning the man about what he's doing to your children, and your gut's telling you something bad is happening, and then that man fails the lie detector test, I think you got your answers. I think you know something bad happened with this guy. And now you're in a situation where you're going to bring another one of his children into the world. So you have somebody, and you have somewhere to go. You have a man that you might not be able to be in a relationship with, but obviously cares about you very much and is good to your children. You obviously have a mother that cares about your children very, very much and obviously loves her daughter. So right there, Katie, you are way ahead in the ball game of life. And as far as you, the drunk that doesn't support his family, the BS artist that stands before me, that calls his wife a whore, that tells little children that their mother's a whore. How would we describe you? I saw you crawling in an alley one day, and I almost stepped on you, little rat. That's what you are. A rat. And the sad thing, there's always going to be evil guys like you in the world. Picking on little children, abusing those who can't protect themselves. I'm sure at some point somebody picked on you, and the only person that you felt you could pick on was a child. And the sad thing is, you picked on your own child. 5 months old. A baby. A baby. Well, you're going to learn to live with what you did, probably drinking it away. The more you drink, the more you forget. So you go, and you know what? I certainly hope that she's not foolish enough to let you back in for a second time. But if she does that, shame on her. But as far as me ever seeing you again, get the hell off my stage. The truth of it is now, if Brian's ever again in her life, there's
won't
nobody
be.
to blame but Katie then. You make sure that creep stays out of your life. Let's go.